The simplest page replacement algorithm is a first in first out algorithm, that is FIFO. Okay, uh, we can create a FIFO queue to hold all pages in memory. Okay, there will be a queue which works in FIFO format. Okay, this queue will hold all the pages in the memory. So then we start replace the pages in the head of the queue. When a page is brought into memory, we insert at the tail of the queue. So the page that we are going to replace is from the head of the queue, and the inserting page will be at the tail of the queue. Okay, so the page that will be removed first will be the oldest page in the queue. To illustrate this algorithm, we will be using the reference sequence, that is 7, 0, 1, 2. This string will be used. Okay, for example, if the reference string is this one, and we have 3 frames initially which are all empty, okay, at the initial stage. So what we are going to do is we will start with 3 frames. So these are the reference string is nothing but the page numbers that have been generated from the address sequence. Okay, so with the help of 3 frames we start allocating the pages, and we will study how the page fault can occur here. Okay, so initially we have 3 frames which are all empty. So the first 3 references will be you can see this below figure. Okay, these blocks you can see. I will be explaining with reference to these numbers that is written below this one. This is written just for the explanation purposes. Okay, in the first block you can see it is initially it will be all empty. So when we reference page 7, that will be inserted at the head of the queue. Next I will reference page 0, that then it becomes 7 and 0. Next we will be saying 1. Okay, so it becomes 7, 0, 1. These will be the first 3 pages that we are going to reference. Okay, so these are all creating a page fault, and after that I am bringing them into the frames in the FIFO format. Okay, so initially this page was not found, that's why I am bringing it into the frame. So that means the first page fault is with the page 7. Okay, so initially this page was not there, so I am bringing it to queue. Next 0 is not there, so 0 is brought. Next 1. Okay, these are the first 3 frames that are brought in. Okay, now after this the next reference is to the page 2. Okay, but we can see here block 1, 2, 3. At block 1 we have inserted 7, at block 2 we have inserted 0, so it becomes 7, 7 and 0. At block 3 we have inserted 1, so it is 7, 0, 1. Next at the fourth block, what I have to do, I have to insert page 2, but there is no free frame. So now what I have to do, I have to replace a page. How I will replace is, that is in the FIFO format. So which is the oldest page in this frame is, that is 7. Okay, 7 was inserted first, so I have to remove 7 and place 2 over there. Okay, so 7 is replaced, 2 I have inserted. Okay, so head is gone now, so 2 becomes the tail. Now what will be the head of the queue? Head of the queue will be 0. Okay, next we have in the sequence 0. So 0 is already referenced, so it is there in the frame, so it is fine. I need not replace any of the pages. Okay, next number is 3. Okay, 3 is we have not yet referred. Okay, the pages that are in the frames are now 2, 0, 1. 3 is not yet referenced, so I have to insert 3 now. To insert 3 I have to replace 1 page. So which page I will be referencing is the one that is at the head of the queue, or which is the older one. Now I am considering 0 will be the head of the queue. As I said, 2 is inserted at tail, so 0 will be the head of the queue. So I will be removing 0 here and write 3 over there. Okay, so now the frames contain 2, 3, 1. Okay, now next coming to 0. 0 was previously inserted, but now we have replaced it with 3. Okay, so in order to insert 0, what I have to do, I have to again remove the oldest page in the frame, so that is 1. Okay, now 1 will be the head, so 1 is going to be removed, 0 is inserted. Okay, next I am going to next reference will be 4. So 4 we have not yet referenced, so I have to refer it now. In order to insert that page, I have to remove head. Which will be the head now? 2 is the oldest frame now, so remove 2, place 4 here. Okay, next is again we have 2. Okay, So 2 is not there, then what I have to do, I have to remove the head, that is 3 should be removed, 2 is inserted now. Okay, next we have 3 is also not there, so 0 will be the head now, 0 will be replaced with 3. Okay, next we have 0 to be referenced, again 0 is not there here, so the oldest one is 4 now, so 4 will be removed and 0 is inserted. Next we have 3, so 3 is already in the frame, I need not replaced. Next we have 2 is also already in the frame, need not replace. Next we have 1, so 1 is not there, I have to remove the oldest one now, so oldest one is 2, so it becomes 2 is replaced with 1, so it becomes 0, 1 and 3. Okay, next again I have 2 is not there now, so oldest one is 3, replace 3 and insert 2, that is with respect to this numbering of block 12. Okay, next sequence is 0 is there, so need not replace. 1 is also there, need not replace. Next is 7, coming to block 13, so 7 is not there, I have to replace the oldest frame now, oldest frame will be 0, so replace 0 with 7, next remaining 2 will be as it is. Next I have 0 reference, so 0 is not there, again I have to remove the oldest one. At block 14, 1 is replaced with 0. Okay, next last one is 1, so again 1 is not there, so I have to replace the oldest one. Last block, 1 is replaced with 2, so at the end the 3 pages that are contained in the frame will be 701. One thing we should notice here is that even if we select a page for replacement that is in active use, everything still works correctly. Okay, that is, even if I replace a page which is currently in use, that is not going to affect the execution of a process, and everything works correctly. After we replace an active page with a new one, a fault occurs almost immediately to retrieve that active page. For example, you can see in the previous slide, consider block 9 and 10. You can see here that block 9 contains 4, 2 and 3. Okay, previously we had 4, 2, 0. Next we have 4, 2, 3. Okay, so 0 has been replaced with 3, that is from block 8 to 9. Next we have 0 reference, so immediately we have replaced with 0 with 3, and the next immediate reference is again going to be 0, which is going to cause a page fault here. Okay, again next time we are going to replace it with a 0. Okay, so that is what is. So previously we have reference to 0, that is block 8, 9, 10 you can consider. We have 4, 2, 0, next reference is 3, so 0 is going to be replaced with 3. Immediate after that we have again reference to 0. Just now we have replaced, and again we have to replace some other page for that 0th page. Okay, so that is how it is going to affect now. So what it means is, a bad replacement choice always increases the page fault rate. So in this we can see that there are 15 page faults that have occurred. Okay, so in order to avoid this, we can go for some other replacement algorithms. Okay, to understand the problem with the FIFO replacement algorithm, we can consider one more string, that is the string that is written over here. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so in the next slide there is a graph given over here, that is with reference to the number of page faults and the number of frames. Okay, we can see that this curve shows the curve for page faults for this reference string. Okay, that is versus the number of frames available, page faults versus the number of frames available. We have a curve here. Okay, so we can notice that the number of faults that are occurring for 4 frames, okay, for 4 frames, which is almost equal to 10. Page faults is 10 for 4 frames. Okay, so that is greater than the number of faults for 3 frames. See, we can see that at frame number 3 we have little less, you can consider it as 9. Okay, so the page faults will be 9 at frame 3 and page faults will be 10 at frame 4, which means that this is called as Baladi's anomaly, which means that as we increase the number of frames, there are chances that the number of page faults also increase. We would expect that giving more memory to a process would increase its performance, but it was not always true, according to some investigations or research that was carried out, which was resulted in a Baladi's anomaly. That is nothing but as and when we increase the memory size of physical memory, the number of page faults is also going to increase. Okay, it may happen in some cases, it may not happen in some cases. Okay, so this is about FIFO page replacement. The next page replacement algorithm we have is the optimal page replacement algorithm. Okay, so an optimal page replacement algorithm has the lowest page fault rate of all the algorithms, and it will never suffer from Baladi's anomaly. Okay, such algorithm will exist and it has been called as opt or min. Okay, it says simply like this. Okay, replace the page that will not be used for the longest period of time. So in this, how we are going to replace the page is, it is based on, we are going to check whether that page is used in the next upcoming references or no. Which is not used for the longest period of time, that page will be selected for the replacement. Use of this page replacement algorithm guarantees the lowest possible page fault rate for a fixed number of frames. Okay, considering the same address sequence, in using optimal page replacement algorithm, we can get only 9 page faults here. In the previous method we had got 15 page faults, wherein here we are getting only 9 page faults. Consider the same sequence again. Okay, so these numbers at the bottom I have written just for the explanation purposes. Okay, so we can see first page is 7, so we have 3 frames again, empty frames, and we have all those 20 sequences. Okay, first page is 7, so 7 is inserted since the frame is empty. Next we have 0 is also inserted. Next one is next value is 1, so 1 is inserted. Now comes how do we replace the page. So according to this, what we are going to replace is, we are going to replace the page that will not be used for the longest period of time. Okay, so next value is 2. In order to insert 2, what I have to do, I have to search among these 3 values which is not used for the longest period of time. Okay, so first value is 7. You can just go on counting these values, that is 7 is 1, 0 is 2, again 1 is 3, like that. So we have inserted 7, 0, 1 now. Next value is 2. So in order to insert 2, which page I have to replace? Okay, you can check. First one is 7. So next 7 is used at the 18th position of this sequence. 18th position. We have 20 values. At 18th position only 7 is referenced. Till then 7 is not referenced. Okay, so next we have 0. So can I replace 0? 0 is used here itself in the 5th position. Okay, so next I have 1. 1 is used at the 14th position. So these two are nearer, 0 and 1 are nearer compared to 7. So I can replace 7 since 7 is not used for the longest period of time. Okay, so 7 is replaced with 2. Okay, next page we have is 0. Okay, so you can see at block 4, this is what I have numbered below. 7 is replaced with 2. Next we have 0. 0 is already in the frame, so do not do anything, no need to replace. Next we have value 3. Okay, so in order to insert 3, I have to check among these 3 values, that is 2, 0, 1 of block 4, which is not used for the longest period of time. Let us check for 2. 2 is used next in the 9th position. Okay, next 0 is used immediately after 3. Next 1 is used at 14th position. Okay, so 1 is used at 14th position. So which is the longest value that is not referenced will be 1. Okay, so 1 is replaced with 3 now. Okay, so at fifth block 1 is replaced with 3. Next we have 0. 0 is already in the frame, so next value is 4. Now to insert 4, I have to check among 2, 0, 3 which is not used for the longest period of time. First value is 2. 2 is referenced immediately after 4. Next is 0. 0 is after 2 values. Okay, next 3. 3 is referenced immediately after one value of reference. Okay, so the 0 is the longest now comparative to other two, so I am going to replace 0 with the value 4. Okay, at block 6. Next page is 2. 2 is already there. 3. 3 is already there. So next value is 0. 0 is not there in this sixth block, so I have to replace some page to insert 0 now. Okay, so I'm going to check 2 is referenced where? 2 will be referenced after one frame, after one page of reference. Okay, next I have 4. 4 is not used at all after this. 3 is referenced immediately, so since 4 is not used at all after this, I can replace 4. Okay, 4 is replaced with 0 at block 7. Next value is to be referenced is 3. 3 is already in the frame. Next one is 2. 2 is already in the frame. Okay, next value is 1. 1 is not there, so I have to replace some value from this. So I will go from 2. 2 is immediately referenced. 0 is also immediately after 2 it is referenced. Next is 3. 3 is not at all used after this, so I can replace 3. Okay, so 3 is replaced with 1 now. Okay, so I have 201 at block 8. Okay, so next value is 2 is inserted now. Next value is 1 is inserted. 2 is already there in the frame. Next value is 0. 0 is also already there in the frame. Next value is 1. 1 is also there in the frame. Okay, next value is 7. Okay, I have to insert 7 now. 7 I will compare with 2. 2 is not at all referenced. 0 is referenced immediately after 7. 1 is also referenced immediately after 0. So I can since 2 is not at all used after this, I can replace 2 with 7 at block 9. So at the last frame it has values 7, 0, 1. So with this optimal algorithm, only 9 page faults can occur here. So this algorithm is the best algorithm compared to all page replacement algorithm, which is giving very less page faults. Okay, but unfortunately this optimal page replacement algorithm is difficult to implement because it requires future knowledge of the reference string. So that is, we are going to check whether that page is referenced again in the future or not. So that prediction is very difficult to implement. So that is why this algorithm is difficult to implement. Okay, so as a result, this optimal algorithm is used mainly for the comparison studies. The next page replacement algorithm we have is least recently used, that is LRU algorithm. In this algorithm, we use some past recent data as an approximation instead of future. Okay, for the page replacement. Okay, so that means we can replace the page that has not been used for the longest period of time. Instead of predicting the future of that particular page, we will be checking out the page that has not been used for the longest period of time. So such pages will be replaced in this algorithm. Okay, so this technique is known as least recently used, which is used least recently, that page will be replaced. So to do this, we should associate with each page the time of the page that was used last. Okay, so when a page must be replaced, we should choose a page that has not been used for the longest period of time. Okay, so this can be the optimal page replacement algorithm looking in backward time. So this LRU is nothing but, in the optimal algorithm, what we did, optimal page replacement, we were predicting the future of that particular page. We were checking the future of that page, whether it is used or not. Okay, it is also same like that, but we are checking the history of that particular page, not the future. We are checking the history of the page here. Now let us see how this algorithm works. Consider the same sequence of consider the same sequence of pages, that is 7 0 series. Okay, so again we have free frames initially. Okay, so first page fault will be 7 is inserted into the frame. Next is 0, since the frame is free, 0 is also inserted. Next is 1, frame is free, so 0 is also inserted. Now next, coming to 2. So in order to insert this page, I have to replace one page. So how I will replace? I will check each of the pages in the frame, and which is used least recently, that page will be removed. First value is 7. 7 is first reference. After that we have reference 2 values. Next is 0. 0 is better than 7, that is recently used. 0 is recently used compared to 7. Next is 1. 1 is also recently used compared to 7. So 7 is the least recently used now among these three values. So I can replace 7 with 2, that is in block 4. Okay. Next, now we have 2 0 1 in the frame. Next value is 0. Okay, 0 is already there, so do not replace anything. Next value is 3. So in order to insert 3, I have to check which of these three values are least recently used. 2 is used just one value previous to 0. Okay, next 0 is the just immediate previous value of 3. Next is 1 is least recently used compared to 2 and 0. So I can replace 1 with 3 now. So now the frame contains 2 0 3. Okay, next value is 0. So 0 is already there in the frame. Okay, next value is 4. So in order to insert 4, I have to replace one among these three. Okay, so I will check for 2. 2 is previously used at 0 1 2 3. Third position 2 was used. Okay, next is 0. 0 is just previous to 4, so I cannot replace that. Next is 3. 3 is also recently used compared to 2. So 2 is the least recently used, so replace 2 with 4. Okay, next value is 2. 2 is not there, I have to replace some value. 4 is the just previous immediate value of 2, so I cannot replace. 0 is also previous to that immediate one. So 3 is the least recently used value here, so I can replace 3 with the 2. Okay, so that is in 7th block. Okay, next value is 3, so I have to remove one page from this. 4 is recently used, 0 is little longest, 2 is the previous one. So 0 is the least recently used here. Okay, so I am going to replace 0 with 3. Okay, next value is 0. So I have to check for 4 3 2. 4 is 2 values previous, 3 is just one value previous, just immediate. 2 is one value previous to that. So I can replace 4 with 0 now. Okay, so next value is 3. 3 is already there. Okay, do not replace anything. 2 is also there, do not replace. Next is 1. I have to check for these two. So 3 is recently used. Okay, 2 is also recently used. 0 is least recently used compared to 3 and 2. So replace 0 with 1. Okay, next value is 2. 2 is already there, don't do anything. Next value is 0. That is 11th block. 0 I have to replace with some page. Okay, so 1 is just previous to one value of 0. 2 is the immediate one, so I cannot replace those two. Okay, so 3 is 3 4 values previous to 0, so I can replace 3 with 0 in the 11th block. Next is 1 is already there. 7 for 7 I have to replace some page, so just I will check. 1 is the previous value, 0 is immediate to that. 2 is the least recently used here, so I can replace 2 with 7. Okay, next value is 0 is already there. 1 is already there. So this, with the help of this algorithm, it is going to cause 12 page faults, which is better than FIFO but not as good as OPT. Okay, that is optimal page replacement. This LRU policy or this LRU algorithm is used as an efficient page replacement algorithm and is considered to be good one. Okay, so the major problem with this is how to implement the LRU replacement. Okay, so an LRU page replacement algorithm, it requires substantial hardware assistance. Okay, so the problem is to determine an order for the frames defined by the time of last use. So the difficult task here is to find out which is the least recently used page. So there are two implementations possible, or two implementations feasible for this implementing this. There are two implementations feasible for this. One is using the counters, the other one is using stacks. Okay, first we'll see counters. Okay, so we associate with each page table entry a time of use field and add to the CPU clock or a logical clock or counter. So the clock will be incremented for every memory reference here. Okay, so whenever a reference to a page is made, the contents of the clock register are copied to the time of use field. Okay, so we will be getting the time of use of that particular page. Okay, so that is by the clock. So that value will be copied to time of use field in the page table entry for that particular page. Okay, so in this way we will be always have the time of the last referenced page. So every time a page is referenced, the clock will be incremented and that particular value will be copied to the time of use field in the page table entry for that particular page. So whenever we check that particular page, we will be getting the time of use. Okay, so we replace the page with the smallest time value. Okay, so we will be getting the time of the page referenced. The value which is smallest among all of those will be taken for replacement. So this scheme requires the search of the page table to find the LRU page and a write to the memory, that is to the time of use field in the page table. Okay, for each of the memory accesses. So the times also must be maintained when the page tables are changed. So whenever page table we are going to change, those timings should be maintained. Overflow of the clocks also should be considered in this. Okay, so the next implementation is using stack. We will be having a stack of page numbers here. Okay, so in order to implement LRU replacement, we maintain a stack which contains page numbers. Okay, so whenever a page is referenced, it is removed from the stack and put it on the top of that stack. Okay, so in this way the most recently used page is always at the top of the stack. Okay, least recently used page will be always at the bottom. You can see the figure in the next slide. Okay, so the reference string is given here, sequence. Okay, so we have stack before A. Okay, before A, this will be the stack. Next you can see stack after B. Before A is, that is 2 is inserted. Next is we are going to insert 7. So when 7 is inserted, 7 is inserted at the top of the stack. Okay, so 7 will be at the top now. Okay, so the entries must be removed from the middle of the stack here. Okay, it is best to implement this approach using the doubly linked list with head and tail pointer. You can see in this figure, when we have inserted 2 will be at the top of the stack. Okay, next reference is to page 7. You can see where is 7? It is in the bottom. Okay, you can see here just above the 7. So this value 7 should be replaced with the top. Okay, this value should be removed and kept on the top of the stack. So whichever page you are referencing, that value will come on the top. The other values will just go on to the bottom of the stack. So this can be implemented using doubly linked list with head and tail pointer. Okay, so removing a page and putting it on the top of the stack requires changing 6 pointers at worst. Okay, in this case it might take 6 pointers in the worst case. Okay, so each update is little more expensive because we are making use of the pointers here, but we are not making any search for the replacement. We will be just fetching the value directly here. Okay, so everything is done with the help of the pointer, and while selecting the page it is done directly. Okay, so this type of approach is used for software or microcode implementations of LRU replacement. Like optimal page replacement, LRU replacement also does not suffer from Baladis anomaly. So both these LRU as well as opt does not suffer from Baladis anomaly. Both belong to a class of page replacement algorithms called stack algorithms. Okay, so both optimal as well as LRU comes under stack algorithms and they do not suffer from Baladis anomaly.